Hey guys, Nadine here with my weekly YouTube video. So today it's Friday. I think it's the full moon right now, isn't it? It's a full moon in Scorpio. And I have this app where you can check because I've been measuring my energies according to in which moon phase we are to check if there is a difference. You know me, I'm always oh, she's already, yeah, so we're already past. The moon is 99.57% full. uh, so let's talk about the future. That was a title of what to expect, because a lot of us are starting to think, what is going on? We still don't know really what's all happening and where we are and when things are gonna go back to normal. So I've been going the last week, I've been missing in action outwardly, but I've been doing a lot inward work. For me, that was necessary with this full moon in Scorpio, to look at shadow sides, to stay in contact with the higher self, my divine self. Like I find we have two selves. We have like the monkey mind, the ego mind, that's self with small s, and then you have yourself, your higher self. And I usually call it higher self. When I do readings, I always go in dialogue with somebody's higher self. They're amazing to talk to. They're very wise, they're understanding, they're loving, non-judgmental. So imagine you could talk every day to somebody who would just shower you with love and understanding and be there for you, to help you, so you can become the best you are meant to be. How nice would that be? And I have several ways in doing that. So I am, and I'll keep you all posted, but I'm in the middle of creating a program, and I always need to go in my hermit phase before I can bring it out, because I kind of like channel what needs to come through me. So I'm going to do a program. I'll let you know how long it is. You know, the details haven't come through, but I do know I need to do this program. And yeah, I'm still still broke my finger. So I'm going to do this program, and this will help you to ask the boss, the divine, the highest self, and get messages yourself. So you don't even need to go and see clairvoyant people like myself, or there's a lot of good clairvoyant people out there. Far from the only one. Always find somebody you feel good with. Everybody's different, so you have to find somebody you feel in alignment with. So when I was looking into the future, I was pulled back into the past, and in the 80s, this was one of the books that I used, and I brought it back from Europe. One of my travels, I went back home and it was still sitting at my sister's. I'd forgotten about it. The Book of Runes, and it comes with a bag of runes that I had made my own, and kind of like, you know, did something holy with it. And it talks also about the self with a small s, and the higher self with the big S. Lift up the self by the self. So lift up your ego mind by your divine mind. Don't let the self droop down. Don't be pulled down by a pandemic, by stress, by worries. For the self, the higher self, is the self's only friend. Your higher self is your only friend. There is nothing else but that connection with the divine. If you get that right, everything else will just line up. For the self is the self's only friend, and the self is the self's only food. So the only thing that is standing in the way between your higher self and your lower self is your lower self, is the thoughts of the lower self that pull you down. They go like, oh, I don't think if I can deal with this, I don't know, it's all too much, you know. So I can't give more details about that program I'm going to do, but you get emails. Make sure you're on my email list. You could, if you're not, go to my website, nadineallen.com, and subscribe to my email list, and then you get all the information. So I want to pull a room for everybody watching this video. Oh, elevation. While Louis is scratching to make his nest. The dogs, they settle in for these things. It's one there, one there, one there. And they're like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. They just had the dog food delivered, so they're all settled. Okay, this is all for you guys. So if you ever want to find something to lift your mood, elevation from doTERRA. If you don't know where to get it, contact me. I have an account and I can help you with that. I'm not watching, so I'm taking it out. This is the room for everybody. Interesting. What's that one? So they can be upside down or not. I'm going to look it up first before I show it to you. Where can I find that sign? Is it that one? Yeah. So it's the sign of wholeness. Wholeness. Look at it. It seems like lightning to me, and like my zigzag plans. I haven't worked for a while with it. So it's the life force, it's the sun's energy. Yesterday I had in my, no, 2 days ago, in my online spiritual training program with my clients in my group program, the sun came also up as a card. So it's very positive. It stands for wholeness, that which your nature requires. It embodies the impulse towards self-realization and indicates the path you must follow, not from ulterior motives, but from the core of your individuality. Seeking after wholeness is the spiritual warrior's quest, and yet what you are striving to become in actuality is what by nature you already are. So we all strive to become one again, but we are already one. We only forgot that we are. So we're striving for something that we already are. So yeah, this rune has no reverse position. I was thinking that. I was like, even if I turn it around, it stays the same. You have to always be careful when you take them out, whether they're upside down, but this is no reverse. Wholeness is wholeness. There's no duality within wholeness. So open yourself up, let the light into the part of your life that has been secret and shut away. Very good thing to do now with this full moon in Scorpio. You might have to admit something to yourself that you've been denying. So going to that this week, see like, okay, is this something that I've been hiding from for myself, and feel into that? What have you been denying? Do you have certain gifts that you've been denying? I did something weird this week as I needed to really, and I didn't want to do idle Netflix watching or things, but I needed to just not think about what I would otherwise fret about. So I made 2 dog PJs, and I haven't sewn in, I can't remember last time I sewed, must be 30 years ago or so. So I got a sewing machine at Aldi and I thought, oh, I'm just going to play around. And then I had old t-shirts that were not good anymore. And so I had found online this thing, and then I made doggy PJs out of old t-shirts. They're not perfect, far from, but I had fun doing it. I had a reconnection with that sewing of that machine, and I was like a tapestry of life and how we can do things, even if they're hard, even if we think, I don't know, should I put it here, should I put it there? We can, you too, you can do this, you know. Here, you who are the source of all power, whose rays illuminate the world, illuminate also my heart so that it too can do your work. This is a prayer from the Gayatri, and it embodies the spirit of the rune of wholeness really in that same way. So you could recite this part of the Gayatri, And then visualize the sun's rays streaming forth into the world, entering your heart, and then streaming out from your heart center and back into the world. It's a powerful and life-enhancing prayer. So don't give yourselves airs, you know, although there's a lot of bountiful energy. I will feel that Mars is coming into Pisces, and with my 5 planets in Pisces. I got actually Mars in Pisces in my birth sign, so will be interesting. Practice the art of doing without doing. Aim yourself truly and then maintain your aim without manipulative effort. And then there's also these words from John. I can of my own self do nothing. And this is the lower self. So your lower self really can't do nothing, because everything the lower self does, it does here in the hologram. Think about, for by our own power we do nothing. Even in loving, it is love that loves through us. It's an energy that we let through. This way of thinking and being integrates new energies and permits us to flow into wholeness. And this is what I strongly, strongly feel. They are new energies, and it is important that we go with them, that we don't go against these new energies. Flow with them, flow with the wholeness, and become that. They talk about spiritual warrior. I just like to call it spiritual. I don't think any fight is necessary. Maybe become a spiritual lover, I would say. But yeah, so guys, in the future, what is up for you is becoming more whole. Know that of your own self, you can't do nothing, but that it is us all together uniting in love, feeling that we are all connected. You know, it's like the trees, aspen trees, they look like they're separate trees, but when you look underneath, they're all connected. So have an amazing week. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list at nadineellen.com, and see you next week. Bye for now.